You mean the village keepers? When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
The scholars that have gone missing. Don't change the
Right, but honestly,
Do you also think
Grandpa, it still feels, well, what?
Gotcha.
Stay safe. Don't get hurt.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently?
Oh, the last time I saw... And speaking of my wife...
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
I've known you since...
Wow. Okay.
Huh? Don't say any... Let's head over there.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Grandma, is King Deshret really gonna come back from the dead?
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people also... Isn't it a sign of...
Huh.
Exactly.
Now, repeat everything you've just said.
Huh? Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah! Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I'm...
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. Would you want to live like this if Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, It's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of...
Is that so?
Seems like he's...
Got it! Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these...
The people here really like King Deshret, but
Where is...
I haven't run into...
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're...
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking, so you'd best don't do anything.
Yes.
that scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty... He didn't try to reassure us at all.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a mob. The rumor we heard just now seemed very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. Go. Well, this is where...
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense.
A certain traveler he...
So,
Huh? You know him
yes.
Wait, surely Tainari...
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at time in the forest?
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the trick from the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away.
Huh? So you can lure someone Hey! What's wrong with liking good food?
Exactly. Even deep within the clutches of
No.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappear...
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't...
Let's head to Aru.
Life goes on. Shine down!
Rain outlines your fate.
There is no escape!
Life goes on.
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Is this an answer from this world?
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to...
Ah, welcome back. Sound.
Oh, dear!
You bet.
Reasonable.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. Did you find out any? I see.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, not to mention it seems someone...
Makes sense.
If it was any other... Didn't you say that the village...
If Paimon remembers correct...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the Scar Riddle... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection... Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing!
No,
Let's head out.
now hold on.
What?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders, the desert is compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skill. I need to go around. Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best.
All right! Sounds like a plan! Well, here we are again!
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every...
I know what you mean. I had the same question. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall... It was only after I grew up that I realized. The wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. Sumeru is... We're cheap labor. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are wanted. I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Thea.
No. Besides,
Yep, we got...
shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you... Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern, maybe... Just our luck.
You mean, you don't...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence.
Zaki.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
yeah. Have you seen...
Of course I have.
I've got a spice...
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you all...
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal.
Yes, how considerate of you.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is...
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. Not only do...
So you...
Uh-oh.
So you and Delav...
But you got one thing.
If that's the case,
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the wall...
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time now. Dia.
Yeah,
See? There...
you're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders.
New punching bag.
Scatter! Germinate!
Witness the power of Gawa. Rain outlines your fate.
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought.
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh!
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient.
Oh! You mean...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Enger, alcohol has a way...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find That's what you wanted to act...
Wait! So...
No, he...
Wow!
Ah, you're too...
So...
Hmm?
About how Mercy...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice. Dunyarzad's just an I've begun to real, but I see through it.
Dia.
Anyway, look. This should be all of them.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots...
Hey, Dia.
Right on time.
Paimon's been
We've known each other for...
Oh, Paimon.
Yep, I get... Us mercs, on the other hand.
Well, Paimon thinks you...
Really?
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no...
Perhaps I need to... Still.
Yes. Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. And some even count them. You come here.
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers. The people of Aru Village care little about which god. A war would only...
We understand. I'll tell you every...
I'm listening.
Some
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again.
Yes, it was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike.
Wait, I'm telling... He got us to lure them out. You gotta believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets.
I believe I may know what's going...
Uncle Anp?
Okay.
If my... Sometime it strikes me...
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was
Not the academia again.
Just as I... But what could they...
People are nothing... Regardless.
You're right.
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here. Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what.
You were gone for ages! Hey, what's with...
You never.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing so...
Well, anyway.
Yep. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all...
While you were in.
Really?
To be honest, we are. Not to mention that going separate.
Huh? Right?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to.
What is that?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single.
You mean...
Hiding the truth. Remember what Candace. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further. Glad you're following. Among those you have talked to, the reason be.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real...
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and
Right. You were asking about the I mean, the Mads...
She corrected her.
I think it's been a...
Remember? She made a point of.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic to...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during. By getting involved.
I'll pass on. You said that she is a.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee,
Mr. Al...
Huh?
go ahead and talk to her. Go on.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you... hi, Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's before. Traveler, do you believe our lives will...
Yeah, but even so... We have friends and...
My apologies for posing my question.
Alhaitham told us...
The fact is that I'm... Only one side of my family is desert folk. Some believe in the Dendro Archon.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they
Yeah. Slowly, I just stopped talking, and then it happened.
You can tell them.
All right. I actually... Perhaps it used to be
I confirmed this with Bud. Because we're in the middle of it.
There's really nothing...
I think they used to use it for treating elephants.
Yeah!
Shine down! Rise. but a momentary distraction.
Sounds good to me.
Propagate!
No, my sword!
Illusion shattered!
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
I'll be back.
Monsters, watch out!
Rain outlines your fate.
Torn to oblivion!
Life goes on. No, my sword!
Scatter!
Shine down! Illusion shattered!
They were easy. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a...
Hey,
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
and just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh?
So,
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like, hey! And anyway, it's that Paimon. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
there it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But then...
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Whoa. It's like they tucked another hospital. Oh, it looks like there are up.
Propagate! Scatter!
Shine down!
Wheel of life.
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Faster? Okay, faster.
Rain outlines your fate.
Propagate!
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without...
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his... Also,
Didn't expect to see...
you know it?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar.
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never... Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might... Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. The symptoms are...
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your... Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention it...
Correct. It isn't difficult to deduce their ration. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that, as well as being a life for the desert, many would give, even if complications are... The notion of an
Oh, that makes it... But there's...
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, They were an exile is still. If you can't find
Resource?
one possibility
Extract?
with the technology, perhaps the
So, the human brain...
I'm the academia's anyway. Judging by Razak's state, or perhaps his curiosity. The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, the academia, I've spent quite some time.
You mean you're not...
All scholars extracting information.
Sounds like you're...
Of course. Whether it be academics or not, this matter need.
Wait!
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering.
Probably not.
You can say that. The divine knowledge capsule is something
Paimon's been wanting to say...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an
Wow, that's a great way to...
I'm just a more likable person than... He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next...
We're back!
You must be tired.
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather.
So, at one point in time...
Yep, pretty much!
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet...
We may have one of us could be secretly
Huh? Our...
Looks like none of you have realized. Sino.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that but what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements...
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's...
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys!
Please, wait! I want to go... I want to find...
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let Paimon feel... So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
No, my sword! Illusion shattered! Ha! Ha! There is no No escape! Rise. Shine down! But a momentary distraction. I want to help.
Absorption test.
What's happening?
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments. Looks like there were more. Let's split up and search.
Is this what we're searching?
This is definitely a.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have. They must have been attacked.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be
Razak didn't.
We should be able to catch.
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have come.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty.
You're one of us. We would.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon know what these scholars in our custom.
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're all...
They look more like pawns of the filthy traitors.
It's perhaps...
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no... These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their...
Wait, you can't be...
So, you want to trade place?
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad. However, I'm not trying...
You were the screw...
Not all desert dwellers, but...
You academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the...
We've known each other
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman. Don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the
An arm from the Flame Mane. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And
You're not wrong, but this is different.
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not—
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman?
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it! Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with if it came down to it. You would not.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more with it. Even if we got rid
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that can.
There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
Rain outlines your fate. Go.
There is no escape!
Present.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure?
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
No, my sword! Shine down! Ha! Ha!
Propagate!
Ring cutter! There is no escape! Ha!
Take them. I have no need.
Rain outlines your fate. Shine down!
Looking for trouble? Scatter!
There is no escape!
I'm getting sick of this.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Rain outlines your fate.
We'll meet again.
Illusion shattered!
But a momentary distraction.
Propagate!
No, my sword! Shine down! Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Scatter!
Shine down!
Rise.
Propagate! Spring
They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Flamebait! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Paimon!
This day's going
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro arc.
Grandpa?
Hey, look over.
Did there used to be...
It seems that when the sand dune... The symbols on the gate, it could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here with us. Most of them seem in really bad shape.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't...
As it happened,
What are you doing?
don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's 2 major deities.
Paimon thought you weren't...
Indeed. New discoveries are...
Raman, what are you gonna do?
I'll just let them let...
What's our objective? It's full of life here. This defies comprehension.
Yeah! And there's so many plants. It's so...
Sir Rama,
Huh? Are you mock?
interpret it however you want.
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to...
It does seem...
pain outlines your fate. Shine down! Go. No, my sword! There is no escape! Wow. Rise. Shine down! Ha! Ha! Wheel of Life. Illusion shattered! Ha ha! Ha ha! Rise. no escape! No, my sword! Go. Shine down!
Time for retribution! Ha! Ha!
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
Guess we can rest a bit.
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
Wait, what's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are King Deshret.
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies his wisdom is a.
You can read, ain't?
Of course.
He's not
There's still the scent of...
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization.
Isn't sharing knowledge again?
Yes. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last,
As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
You might be You've just
I've the surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in... King Deshret, we saw her as nothing more than a traitor.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
How could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known.
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest.
My Eremite!
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, and I'll return.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes.
That must have been rough, but he...
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back. Sino, we're leaving!
Stop yelling.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
My experiment. Animal 6308.
Another test subject.
Rise.
Absorption test.
Torn to oblivion.
From hunter, the hunted becomes the hunted.
Animal test 6308.
Put your back into it!
Rain outlines your fate.
There is no escape.
My duty.
Absorption test.
Shine down.
Stand clear.
Go. Illusion shattered.
Are you here to play with me? Absorption test.
There is no escape. Blink. Now you shall perish.
Rain outlines your fate.
Animal hypostasis and
Illusion shattered.
This was well done.
stand clear.
You need to hurry up.
Let me weave you a verse.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to...
I guess all I can...
Ah, don't mention it. But we sure...
Where are the...
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find...
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost!
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders! You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves!
No, not Sino! He's gonna tear us limb from limb!
I could do...
Please have mercy!
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll
So, your superior...
They,
Don't play. They extract divine can...
Well, you better
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong... It may seem as if the withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facility. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, he asked them, do you wish to create a god?
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it. Next, they decided that their new...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge
Call it an educated guess? Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Sure, if it's knowledge, no...
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't... It is as if they are cursed with a desire. Some organism... This is...
Then what does Is she not a true god?
From the beginning, when the Academia... They found that at the time... Not to mention, slowly but surely...
So...
All right. Raman, give...
Sure.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out.
Come on, is there.
Or I.
Oh, Paimon.
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand,
What a whirlwind of.
It seems like they're.
Still.
It's time to make.
Indeed.
So.
Crush the sages, and.
Well.
The next time we gather.
yep,